welcome back to 007. I'm Carl.
And I'm Hannah.
And this is your weekly review on bourbon. We've been doing a budget bourbon series for the last couple of weeks. This week went a little bit over our price range with the Woodford Reserve. It is $35 is what we paid for it here. You can also get it from Costco really, really cheap. And it's just a very easily accessible, low money bourbon, so we thought that we would add it on. Plus, it's kind of special because it's your mom's favorite.
It is
bourbon, so we felt like we had to add it in there. And it's all right. It's just about $5 over what we were saying our budget was. So, Woodford Reserve is also one of the ones that I got to go to while I was in Kentucky for the bourbon tour that I did. It's a wonderful tour if you get a chance to go out there. Beautiful property. They still put their they do the maturation in wood barrels, and they're open, so when you go in there it's kind of fun. You get to actually smell all the yeast and get to put your hands over it and feel the warmth from there. And then we got to go into one of the rick houses that just smelled absolutely delightful. It was so
delightful.
Good. Yeah. So, alrighty. This is about 90 proof. Let's see, 90.4 proof. It's a mash bill of 72% corn, 18% rye, and 10% malted barley. It's a mixture of bourbons in there. So there is no age statement on there. The youngest one possibly around 4 years, but most of it is like the 6 to 8 age. I remember from the tour is basically what they do is the master distiller and the tasting team goes in there and starts tasting the barrels, and then when they taste right, then they pull them. So they don't have an actual age for them. They toast all of their barrels, and so all of them all of the Woodford is a toasted product. And then it's also the it is the bourbon for the Kentucky Derby, the official bourbon for the Kentucky Derby. So, well, let's jump on in there and see what we got.
So, on the nose,
got some good
fragrance and inviting, featuring
good smells of vanilla and caramel, just a little bit of that like rye spice pepper, not too much. And it's a low proof, so it doesn't really like hit you in the face.
What is the proof on this?
90.4. So.
Don't even need to look. Alright, it says we should get rich dried fruit, mint, orange zest, and a faint dusting of cocoa, which I don't know if I'm really tired or if that is true. If I actually am getting that.
Oh, you feel like you're getting it?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I'm tired or I'm like making things up.
I'm getting some like fruity notes on it, almost like dry like apricot or something like that.
They said dried rich fruit.
You know how the bag of like the mixed dried fruit that you get.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm kind of getting, is that dried apricot.
And then, you will also pick up underlying notes of vanilla, toasted oak, and tobacco spice.
I mean, I get the vanilla. I always
the vanilla is always there.
Maybe a little
Trusty
bit of oak.
friend.
I never, and it's weird too, considering how I've been around a lot of tobacco, but like.
What? Honestly, I haven't really been around a lot of tobacco.
I don't really pull it
lately.
Yeah, maybe if we had some cigars while we're
well, I was gonna say, what if we just got like some chewing tobacco and just
sat
it right there?
the old big chew like baseball.
Yeah. Okay, tasting.
Gotta get that chew out.
That was a baby chew. I took a real baby chew.
While we're getting our mouth prepped over here, it's got some nice legs on it. Pretty decent color. We got to get some of the double oak. I don't know if I'll ever get any of the double oak. To me, it's just not really worth it. So the double oak.
I don't even know what that means.
So, well, the
double.
They have the double oak, which, so what they do is after it's aged for 6 years or however long, then they throw it back in a barrel and let it age for 12 months. The double oak, they age it for 24 months. And
that's why so it's not triple oaked. It's quite literally double oaked, double the time.
It's just double the time.
Second oak.
And the double oak, so this is a $35 bottle. This same bourbon they take and they put it in to make the double oak, raises the price up to like $65. And then by them leaving it in there for a whole 12 months longer, makes the price go up to almost $200 a bottle. Some people are finding it around like $150, $165, but to me, that extra 12 months just is not really worth it. But
the palate, creamy and rounded on the tongue. I don't like that phrase.
Rounded on the tongue.
Creamy and rounded on the
tongue. It is pretty good mouthfeel.
Yeah, it leads with a pleasant softness of toffee and butterscotch, quickly transitioning to citrus, cinnamon, nutmeg, and dark chocolate. The rye content gives it a slight peppery backbone that balances out the sweet caramel and vanilla notes. I wish I spoke like this. I'm gonna start trying to speak like this with everything.
I'm getting the caramel, and I'm getting like the spiciness at the end. Has a really good buttery feeling, especially for 90 proof. I feel like it has pretty good like butteriness in there.
Yeah, it does have a good
and
mouthfeel.
Then I do feel like I'm getting a little bit of that chocolatey cocoa in there. And again, I don't know if it's...
Yeah, not me personally.
It's more in the finish for me that I'm getting it. But it is kind of like those spices are hitting me like later on. It's almost like a delayed spice.
Yeah.
So overall, pretty good. I think a lot of these that are around the 90 proof, I'm getting so used to these ones that are like a little bit higher proof, that when we get down to these lower proof ones, like this is not a bad bourbon whatsoever. But I feel like it just kind of starts losing a little bit of its pizzazz when it's proofed down to the, you know, but
finish is long, warm, and silky smooth.
I would have
it's like
to
a
agree.
freshly shaved pair of legs.
I would have to
yes.
I would have to agree with it. The finish is actually very nice.
It is nice. It leaves a lingering impression, a satisfying impression of lingering butter, sweet toffee. Anyways.
So let's go ahead and score this thing. So we do our score off of the nose, the mouthfeel, the taste, the finish, and then ultimately the price. So the nose for me, it was good. I don't know.
Smell it now. It smells like pool water.
Pool.
I'm just kidding. But I'm not. I am kind of getting that.
Pool water?
Yeah.
Maybe you do need to go to sleep. If your pool smells like this, then, so get your calculator out.
Calculating.
Alrighty.
I would give it like a 7 on the nose.
Yeah, I think the nose is pretty good. I got some complexity in it. So,
Yeah.
And you said I would agree.
Good pool water.
Yeah.
7?
It's 7.
Okay.
I also really like the mouthfeel on this one. So,
Oh yeah, me too. I would give that
7.5 for me.
oh, I was gonna give it an 8, I think. Okay, and then what's our next one?
The taste was just kind of like, that was probably the worst thing about this one for me. Like, it wasn't bad, it wasn't great. So it just, I think if this was maybe like bumped up to 100 proof or a little bit higher proof, maybe be able to bring in some of that complexity that I'm also getting in the nose and everything. So I would probably say 6.5 on the.
Oh, I was gonna give it a 7. Next.
Next, and the finish is actually very nice. I thought it was a pretty long finish, not super peppery. So I would probably have to give it at least probably I don't know if I want to go 8. Yeah, let's go 7.
7?
Yep.
Trying to think of what I want to give it. Probably a 7. Yeah.
And then as far as price goes, this is our budget series. And because this is the most expensive in our budget series, it's still a good price. But I'm going to have to ding this down to a 9.
Okay, you're still going to give it a 9 for price?
Yeah,
How
because it's
much?
still $35.
Oh,
So it's still
Pretty
a good
good.
bottle. But as far as like budget bourbon, so 7.5 is our average on this, which still is very, very good.
Yeah.
I think so far our winner in the budget is the Old Granddad. I think that was a 7.7 or 7.8. So
yeah,
we have
like that
one more in our budget series that we're gonna do, and that's from Kirkland. We just haven't made it over to Costco.
We've not braved
yet.
Costco. Yes.
And
But we
then
will.
after we review those, the next week we're actually going to do a blind and rate them from best to worst. Also have some really fun bottles that we're going to be reviewing here. One of my good buddies just came down, Daniel, and we went bourbon hunting out there. We met the vice president of picking alcohol for Lee's. He gave us a bunch of great suggestions. We got to try a lot of different bourbons in the time that he was down here. And so we're going to be doing a full review on all of those. Some of them are from a company called Rare Character, and some of them are from a company called New Riff, as well as just some other ones that we've been wanting to try along the way. So we got a lot of fun ones lined up in the shoot. So if you're liking what you're seeing, hit that subscribe and like this video. Leave us a comment if you have a bourbon that you are very fond of or that you'd like us to do a review
A
on.
bourbon that you're fond of.
Yeah.
Please let us know.
Until next week, cheers guys.
Cheers.